Hey everyone, Ashendal here, bringing you a Barbarian guide for Season 5, Patch 2.4. In this guide, we're going to be focused on group play, and the build I'm going to be going over is the Globe Barb. The concept behind this build is going to be to spawn as many health globes as possible to fuel the wizard in your group's passive called Power Hungry. Now what this does is cause every health globe picked up to give him a free cast of an arcane power spender, and this stacks up to 10 times. So if you keep generating health globes, they keep firing out energy twisters. Going over the gear here, we have a 2-piece Immortal King set. This makes it so that we have permanent Call of the Ancients, along with our Fury of the Ancient Shoulders. This is going to give us plenty of passive Fury generation. Leoric's Crown, socketed with a diamond for up to double cooldown reduction, depending on how well your helm rolled. I'm using a Hellfire Amulet for an extra passive, but using a damage immunity neck here is also a really good option. Also, the Bracers of the First Men, they're going to give us an additional 50% attack speed bonus to Hammer of the Ancients. Also using Aquila Cuirass, because we're going to spend a lot of time at Max Fury in this build, and that toughness is really going to come in handy in the higher G-Rift levels. Chilinix Chain for the movement speed buff that you'll be able to keep up 100% with this build. The rings I'm using are Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac to help with cooldown reduction, and the Oculus Ring to give your wizard more buff zones on the ground to stand in. The Illusionary Boots are really great here to help with movement and position. And finally, your weapons. There's really two options here. One is using the Pig Sticker for the great attack speed it has, and then a Selenium in your offhand for an additional 4% chance to drop a health globe on crit. The other option are the Istvan Blades, the Little Rogue and the Slanderer. They give you an increased attack speed. They also give you a lot more toughness. It's really up to you personally. I really think that the Pig Sticker and the Selenium come out a little bit ahead. Those extra health globes are really going to help, and the additional attack speed shouldn't theoretically give you more health globes than that 4% chance to drop on crit. Now in the cube, we have the Gavel of Judgment. Now this is going to help your Fury regen for Rift Guardians and finishing off those elites that just need a few more seconds before you move on to a bigger group. Pride of Cassius for the increase to ignore pain buff time, and the damage immunity neck in the jewelry slot is going to help with whatever damage type you might be lacking a little resist in. The gems I'm using are Esoteric Alteration, Gogok of Swiftness, and the Mutilation Guard. Another option here is to knock out one of those for an Ice Blink. Personally, I seem to find that the game lags a little bit more when you're using Ice Blink, though that could have just been a coincidence. Now going on to the skills. Call of the Ancients with the rune Duty to the Clan. This rune gives everybody a 10% chance to crit anything that's hit by your Ancients. That's going to increase your wizard's damage, and it's also going to increase your chance to generate health globes. Hammer the Ancients Birthright, which is the bread and butter of the build. This causes your critical hits to have a 10% chance to drop a health globe. Ancient Spear Harpoon or Rage Flip, depending on what you like. They both work great. Warcry Hardened Wrath. With this build, you're going to be able to spam this every 5 seconds, and you're going to need to keep that buff up. The increased buff this rune gives you only lasts for 5 seconds, and you need to keep it active for your group. Wrath of the Berserker Striding Giant for 50% less damage taken. And finally, Ignore Pain Mob Rule, and this is going to decrease the damage taken by your whole group by 50%. Onto the passives. You have a bit of a choice here, so you can try a few things out, see what works best for your group. I found the best options to be Boon of Bolkathos, Inspiring Presence, Pound of Flesh, Superstition, Nerves of Steel, Tough as Nails, and Animosity. Now, I know that's a lot, but they all really work with the build well. I would say only Boon of Bolkathos and Nerves of Steel are absolutely mandatory. The other ones are all optional, and they're all going to give you something that's going to benefit the build. Your gameplay is going to consist basically of building density in the Rift with Ancient Spear, Harpoon, or Rage Flip, while keeping Ignore Pain up. You're going to be spamming Warcry at least every 5 seconds, and keeping your Wrath of the Berserker buff up while trying to beat the crap out of the mobs and spawn health globes with Hammer the Ancients. For stats, you want to prioritize critical hit chance, cooldown reduction, attack speed, and then go for as much toughness as you can. I have a short video of a rift to show you guys the build in action. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions at all, just leave them down below in the comments, and I'll try to answer them as quick as I can. Thanks so much for watching.